Today we're going to be reviewing the ASUS Transformer Pad Infinity, model number TF700. Today I happened to notice that this particular tablet, well not this one, but one like it, was available on Amazon for $360. That's a fantastic buy. I wouldn't, if I were you, looking for a high definition tablet with a lot of features and benefits, I would not for a second feel bad about spending $360 for an ASUS TF700 32 gigabyte storage unit. That's a very good price. It's smoking good deal. The 64 gigabyte unit, which is what this one is, was going for $499 on Amazon this morning, and the keyboard that goes with this tablet is $129. The ASUS comes in 32 and 64, and it has an expansion slot for your micro SD storage capacity increase. 64 gigabytes of additional memory slotted in there. Definitely what I would do if I were you buying that 32 unit. That's a very good price. Color-wise, you can get the tablet in the champagne or in the gray. They are really fast. If you've not had your hands on a TF700, they are very fast. It's got a 1.6 gigahertz quad-core Tegra 3 processor, which is really able to do anything you want it to do. Memory in this unit is 1 gigabytes of DDR3. I believe that you should have 2 gigabytes in your tablets today with all the memory hogging software out there or apps out there. One thing to note about these high definition tablets, and I'll just say it briefly, and that is that most of your apps really aren't designed for this high definition tablet. They just don't utilize all those pixels. They just cannot use it the way they're designed, and we are seeing many apps increase their use of that high definition, but there just aren't very many that are really taking advantage of that. Having said that, though, if you are a movie watcher, why, you are going to get a fantastic vision when looking at it on this particular tablet. 1920 by 1200 pixels, very high definition, using Gorilla Glass 2 on the outside here. You got 10.1 inches of screen. You do have a large bezel around it. I wish that were reduced some on these ASUS's. You'll hear me mention that on all my ASUS reviews, but be that as it may, you have a 2 megapixel front facing and an 8 megapixel rear facing camera. One nice thing on the TF700 is they put that flash back in it like they did on the 201. As a matter of fact, in many ways, this is a 201. It is the same size in width, in depth, and in thickness. This is the same size as a 201. You got just under 1/3 of an inch in thickness, nice beveled sides. Let's take a quick look at the back while we're here. On the back, we have a brushed aluminum back with a plastic top. The plastic top, as I understand it, was added on this particular unit because they were having some issues with GPS connectivity, etc., and they needed to not have the brushed aluminum going from top to bottom. So we do have a little bit of plastic on this unit. Doesn't look bad, doesn't really take away from the classy look. Over to the side here, as you can see, is the speaker. I do not appreciate where they place that speaker. It is a single speaker. You notice there's no other speaker on this unit. And if you watch as I grab this tablet and go to use it, my hand is now sitting over that speaker. It's not very conveniently placed. I don't know how many of you hold your tablets like this and try to thumb it. It just isn't well thought out by ASUS. However, in spite of that, this is a fantastic tablet. On the side over here, I don't know if I have that held just right for you, but you have your micro slot, your SD slot for memory, another 64 gigabytes if you want. You have your micro HDMI, and you have your audio out on the top. top here. You have your power, your volume up, your volume down. You have your small reset slot right there to reset the unit. You have your 2 pins to hold this into the dock, and then you have your in for your charger right there. That is a 40-pin charger that is proprietary to ASUS. All their tablets use them. One nice feature with the ASUS, it does not come with a USB or a micro USB, but you can get the adapter. The adapter just slides right in. Boom. You have a USB 2 right there ready to go. Nice feature. We'll set that back. Oh, I just want to show you the camera and the flash, which they reintroduced in this version, which I began to say earlier. So we have our flash back from the 201. The 300 missed it, but the 700 has it back. As far as the software, it is the 4.0 ice cream sandwich Android that comes out of the box. However, you can upgrade that to a 4.2 right away. I recommend you do that. 1.3 pounds without the dock, 2.5 with the dock. Again, same size as the TF201, and the keyboard from the T01 fits right into it. Very good feature. 1920 by 1200 graphics, pixels of high quality, high definition graphics. Comes with Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 3. It has true GPS, gravity sensor, e-compass, light sensor, gyroscope, and that rear flash. It does cut the corner on the 3G and 4G. We don't see that in these ASUS's. I do believe eventually ASUS will step up and start introducing those, but they're not here, not yet. Apps, you get the Amazon Kindle, Netflix, Polaris Office, YouTube, Supernote, ASUS Cloud, which gives you 8 gigabytes of cloud storage. I believe that's 2 years of cloud storage. An app locker, which allows you to lock certain apps from being accessed. As far as your battery life, hey, there's not a lot of tablets that can do what the ASUS does with batteries. 7.5 hours of moderate to heavy use. You add that keyboard on there, add another 5.5 hours. 9.5 hours of regular light use, even more. I mean, really even more. I've seen this thing go a lot more. I've seen it go 11 hours, depending on what you're doing. This thing will really be friendly to your battery life. Pros, let's just get right to the pros and the cons. The pros, this is a good performer. It's a great performer. It's quality built. ASUS is a good quality manufacturer. You'll hear me say nothing but good about ASUS's saving their Windows 8 model. I did not like that. However, they're always stylish. They're great game tablets. You can see all the apps my wife has on this tablet. She loves her games, and we all love our games, and the ASUS TF700 is a great game tablet, but it's also a good app tablet. If you're doing Office or anything else, any other kind of work, this is a great tablet for work. Really nice rear camera at 8 megapixels. 2 megapixels forward facing. They give great pictures. There's nothing bad to say about the cameras. This is a light tablet, a thin tablet. The dock keyboard adds some USB 2 ports. It gives you more life as far as your battery is concerned. The trackpad on the keyboard is just fantastic. You've got your quality built buttons that are built into the tablet itself for your volume up, volume down, and your power. Really high-end stuff. You're not going to go wrong with this. The cloud, that's a plus. 8 gigabytes is a lot of memory you can throw up into that cloud, and you can do that free for 2 years. The brightness of the screen is much brighter than that of the iPad 4. Your angles on your screen are just superb. They give you a lot of apps that are useful. You get a lot of apps right out of the box that are useful. Cons, some apps aren't supported by these tablets. Why that is, I just don't know. But we've come across some apps that just should work. Being that this is an Android 2 or even an Android 4.2 or 4.0 even, they should be able to work on this ASUS. But we have come across a few apps that don't work. just so that you know that right going into it. No 3G, no 4G. You know, the 40-pin adapter really should be replaced with a micro USB. However, that's not that big of a deal. The screen width, that is the bezel that goes around here, I think that could be a little smaller. And as I said earlier on, the memory of having 1 gigabyte put in this tablet really ought to be 2, even 3. The speaker placement, as I've said earlier, you know, if you remember, it's just right here. It's really poorly placed. The sound is disappointing, and you know, when you put your earphones in, it works great, but otherwise you just have to really watch where your hand is in order to get the kind of sound out of this tablet that you really need. That placement of that speaker is, to me, the biggest drawback of this Infinity TF700. Having said all of that, though, $360 on Amazon. Hey, you pay more than that for a much lesser tablet. I'd jump on it if I was in the market right now for high quality, high definition tablet. The TF700 by ASUS, known as the Infinity,